From our studios in Scottsdale, Arizona, welcome back. This is Retirement News Online. Guess what we talk about here? Retirement stuff. Saying that doesn't begin the day you stop working, it begins the day you start building your paycheck that you're going to need when you don't have a paycheck. And today we're talking about why your retirement income shouldn't be something you wait for, but something you intentionally create starting right now. Through smart planning, disciplined saving, and turning your assets into future income streams you can count on so that you have money for every day that you live, because I think that's not negotiable. Joining us is Jennie Gilroy with Financial Strategies Group in Findlay, Ohio. So, again, going back to the beginning here in the intro, the retirement isn't just about how much you've saved, which I think a lot of people think about there. I remember that marketing, and I forget the company, but it's, what's your retirement number? And they would have this goal that people were trying to get. Honestly, today, I mean, if you look at numbers, unless you have, $2.5 million, $3 million saved for retirement, planning's necessary. And even with that, you're likely going to need to use Social Security as kind of a buffer as well. So let's just talk about it. It's not just about saving. What else is it about, Jennie?
It's about understanding how your money works. It's about knowing how much you need to save to create the retirement income that you need. A lot of times I think we get really focused on the accumulation, and that's only part of the picture. It's not the whole story. And so having a plan that shows us where we need to go or how much we need to save, and then equivalent that into what that looks like with retirement income, or how does our money work for us in retirement, I think is the most important thing. And I think a lot of times we are so focused on accumulating that we forget that it's really about creating an income or a paycheck for us once we retire.
Yeah, it's not about that number, it's about structure, right? There's probably, most people think about retirement planning, on average, if nobody's helping them, a little bit too late maybe. Because time, I think, in this kind of area is going to be your biggest advantage, right? The more time you have to plan, the more time you have to make up for things that are going on. Obviously, we talk about what's going on right now in the world and in the economy and in the markets, but talk about that. When's the best time? How early should we start?
As soon as we can. There's no perfect way to save. It's really about being intentional in our savings. And I keep emphasizing it's about how much you need to save and knowing that, and then how that money works. And so I think people get so focused on everything that's happening in life that they don't understand that if we focus so much on the accumulation or how much we're building, we don't really look at what we need to do with that money or how much we need to save. And it's really about consistency, and it's about being intentional and understanding how our money works and then using that. And we're giving up our enjoyment of our dollar today to save for our retirement income. We're doing it because we want income. And I think people need to focus more on the income aspect of what our money's doing versus a big number at the end of the day. And, we all want to build wealth, but we also want to build memories, and we want to build a lifestyle that supports us through retirement and enjoy the things like we like to do. I don't want any client to come to me during retirement and say, I really love to eat on Friday nights, but now I have to make Roman noodles, because that is not what we want to happen. We want them to be able to go out to eat. We want them to be able to do trips with their grandchildren and their children, travel to see the world that they haven't been able to when they were working so hard. And we work hard for our money. And so we really want our clients to understand how that money works in retirement and how income streams work, so that they know how to prepare. And time not only grows our money, but it gives us the flexibility so that we can be more intentional and we can get the right assets that we need to create that income in retirement.
Let's talk about assets. So we get to the point where we're now taking income. We're not contributing really anymore like we were during, our working years with the 401k or whatever. Maybe there's a few people out there watching who might have a pension. I don't know them. But anyway, so we stop contributing, but now people are living so much longer that retirement's 20, 30 years, 35 years or more. We can't sacrifice growth for protection. So if you're in the market, that's one way to grow. But I guess at this point, you might have to start thinking about using things that aren't stocks. Does that make sense?
It does. And what I tell people, I think everybody is so focused on this, it's either or, and it's not. It's an and. At Financial Strategies Group, we look at the ands. It's not that you need all stocks. It's not that you need all market assets or you need all protection, but you need both. And it's, I think, really important to understand how those work together to create retirement income. And so we really focus on the vehicles that we use to create that income and the wealth. And again, I tell people, you know, we're not in a position to tell you what to do. We're in a position to educate you. I want to show you what your money can do for you, and it really is your plan. It's not my plan, it's your plan. And what my job really is to help my clients understand how those income streams work, how the right products in the right plan can create those income streams during retirement, and then it's up to them if they want to implement it or not.
And lastly, so part of what you have to do in many ways is to take the effect of timing out of the market. So we talk about sequence of returns risk, which is not a common term that most consumers probably know, but it just means that when you start taking income, and let's say a year later the market does a 10 or 20% correction, which by the way, on average 10, 15%, 20% will happen at some level every 5 years, right? So that means it's probably going to happen at some point during your retirement income. So how do you manage that and take them to a point where what the market is doing doesn't necessarily have to affect them? Because that sounds like a real big issue.
It is for a lot of clients. It gives them the potential, if we're only looking at accumulation, it gives the possibility that we could run out of money in our lifetime. And so what we have to do is create strategies, and the earlier that we can start creating those strategies, the better we are with the time and the flexibility to create these income streams that are more stable. And by doing this, it has the potential of creating more wealth for our clients and leaving a legacy for them. And that's really what we're after, is keeping them in the lifestyle that they want to live in, making them memories with their families, creating those experiences with their family, and then also leaving something for their family.
You're in the memory business. You're not a financial advisor, aren't you, right?
I do. My goal is to help my clients. Good. At the end of the day, I want them to have everything that they want in a lifetime. Accumulation is only one aspect of it. It really is helping them create those memories with their families.
Jennie, thank you so much. It's Jennie Gilroy with Financial Strategies Group. She's in Findlay, Ohio. Look her up. I think she can help you. If you're behind, you're feeling weird about things right now, she'd be a good person to talk to. This is Retirement News Online. Learn more at retirementnewsonline.com. Thanks for watching.